Good morning, everyone. So, I promised a new read aloud today. I'm going to move this so that lamp's not quite blinding you all. And we're going to read The Day the Crayons Quit by illustrated by Oliver Jeffers, written by Drew Daywalt. So, we already kind of started this book a little while ago, but, excuse me, but I want to finish it. So, here we go. The Day the Crayons Quit. To Marcella, I think is how you pronounce that, Abigail, and Reese from Drew Daywalt. To Ewan from Oliver Jeffers. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. Hey, Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts at Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your very overworked friend, Red Crayon. Yeah, Red does look pretty tired in this picture, don't they? Whew. I mean, fire engines are pretty big, and they do require a lot of red. All right. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizards' hats. But it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines. If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. Purple does look very authoritative, very like, color inside the lines. Oh, it's a good dragon, though. I'm pretty impressed with that. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I am neither. I am beige, and I am proud. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky, and wheat. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat? Your beige friend, Beige Crayon. That's a pretty accurate drawing of wheat there. But yeah, beige looks a little sad. Duncan, Gray Crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know elephants are gray, but that's a lot of space to color in all by myself. And don't even get me started on your rhinos, hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things? Such a big animals. Baby penguins are gray, you know. So are very tiny rocks, pebbles, and how about one of those once in a while to give me a break? You're a very tired friend, Gray Crayon. There's Gray Crayon. Looks a little scared of his own drawing. Well, penguin. little tiny pebbles. And some really big hippos, elephants, and rhinoceros or rhinoceroses. I don't know. Dear Duncan, you color with me, but why? Most of the time, I'm the same color as the page you are using me on. White. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or fill in empty space between other things. And it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk, your empty friend, white crayon. I like how they wrote that on a black page so you could see white crayon. And here we go. This is one of my favorite pictures in this whole book. You got a white kitty on a white background. White Cat in the Snow by Duncan. And we can barely see white crayon there. Just see his little eyes and mouth and little checkering under his label. Poor white crayon. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things that are colored in by other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the ball with all the other crayons. How about black beach balls sometimes? Excuse me. How about a black beach ball sometimes? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon. Personally, if it were me, I would love to be on the beach in a black swimsuit. That looks like fun. Although I would worry that a black beach ball would get really hot in the sun. Black rainbow is kind of cool. Oh, and there's poor Black Crayon. Pleading for more time coloring things in. Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing for two reasons. One is to say that I like my work. Loads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs, and frogs. I have no problem and wish to congratulate you on your very successful coloring things green career so far. The second reason I'm writing is for my friends Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the color of the sun. Please settle this soon because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon. Yep, and then talking about the sun and orange and yellow. Frogs, bugs, alligators, trees. Pretty awesome. I can see why Green is happy. Dear Duncan. This one's a little hard for me to read on the screen, so we'll do our best. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him, but we are no longer speaking, and I can prove I'm the color of the sun too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color in the sun on your Happy Farm coloring book. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal and the true color of the sun, Yellow Crayon. Orange doesn't look too happy in that picture, do they? And then we've got yellow over here. All right. Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon already talked to you. The big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I'm clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday you used me to color the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book. Orange, you glad I'm here? Ha! Your pal and the real color of the sun. Orange Crayon. Little pun. I do like those puns. It's kind of like that knock-knock joke some of you have heard from me. Maybe I'll tell it later. Now, yellow looks upset. And orange looks happy. All right. Hi, Duncan. Oh, excuse me. Dear Duncan, it's been great being your favorite color this past year and the year before. And the year before that. I have really enjoyed those oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. Excuse me. This voice is a little hard for me to do. But the bad news is that I'm short and stubby, and I can't even see over the railing of the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. Excuse me. I'm going to take a drink of coffee. So what have you noticed so far? What's going on? Like, we see that the crayons are writing Duncan letters. But why? Think about that. This one's a good page. Duncan! Okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I said thank you for using me to color in her Little Princess coloring book. I think she did a fabulous job staying inside the lines. Now, back to us. Could you please use me on something to color the occasional pink dinosaur or monster or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon. Some of you might hear Miss Condren in the background reading a story to her class, too. I like this pink monster. That's probably my favorite. The pink cowboy is pretty good, too. Here we go. Hey, Duncan. It's me. I'm Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like it to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. Well, poor Duncan wanted to color. And of course, he wanted his crayons to be happy. And that gave him an idea. Here we see all the letters from the different crayons to Duncan. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring. If I gave grades like that, I would too. Look at all that color. Holy cow. And an A+ for creativity. Well, that was The Day the Crayons Quit. Now, I love this book for many reasons. The pictures are great. I really like that the crayons were protesting and everyone went on strike. We've talked about strikes. Refusing to work until Duncan talked to them about it or fixed the problems. Now, the reason I read this book is we're going to write letters to all our friends in Maestra Maya's class, Maestra Perez's class, and Mrs. Roosevelt's class. So I want you to think about this book. What did you notice? You can rewatch the video and you can pause it and look for those things, those clues as to what you think is going on in the book. How do the crayons write their letters? What do they do? And I'm not talking about like standing up on their heads and like drawing. But when they write, what things do they say? Why are they saying that? So if we look at red crayon, let's look real close at the letter. What do you see? Okay. I will see you soon. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did.